Hello and welcome to another one of my Commodore 64 DTV plug and play videos. This is Marauder. I remember getting this from a sweet shop, believe it or not, back when it came out, and they were selling it for, I think they were selling it for about $1.99, $2.99, something ridiculously cheap like that in the day. And I remember I was on holiday from school and I actually cycled to this sweet shop because it used to have a small selection of video games, and I had some spare cash lying around, so I thought, what the hell, I'll go and see what they've got and I'll go and buy it. And this shop was up a very, well, steepish hill because it was situated over a railway bridge, and the railway bridge seemed to, the actual bridge over the railway formed quite a steep hill. It seemed to go on forever, and I remember when I got there, I was absolutely shattered. I was just exhausted by the time I'd cycled up this hill. Yeah, I don't know why that sprung to mind. It always springs to mind playing this game was actually more the journey of going up there rather than the act of buying it. I remember feeling that exhausted that I felt sick. But yeah, it's an interesting game. You play this sort of armoured buggy thing going around blowing up various things. It's quite tricky because the bad guys shoot they can shoot the bullets at sort of any angle, and at some weird angles as well that can make them a bit difficult to avoid. But I really do like this game. Not just because of the fact that I've got memories of an exercise routine that was unscheduled and went wrong, but rather just a very, very playable and enjoyable game. I like the graphics, I think they look really good. The sound is good as well, although for these Commodore 64 videos, as you know, it doesn't really come through too well. I still haven't figured out quite why it doesn't like the conversion process, because I did the Alien 3 video yesterday and I used exactly the same methods, exactly the same connection, and that was fine. I mean, apart from the fact that because of I only have a mono connector for the actual output from the gaming device itself. I mean, the capture card I've got will record in stereo, but I can't do anything about the fact that the actual, like the Commodore 64 device and the connector for the Mega Drive thing, only has a mono RCA output on it. Honestly, I don't know why the sound just doesn't work. There must be something in the sound encoding is all I can think of, that when it gets processed into an MP4, it just doesn't like it. And I'm not really too sure how I can solve the problem. But yeah, going back to Marauder, this is it's a tough game. You can't dwell too long in each area. One of the things you might think you'd be able to do is, oh, I'll just take it nice and slow. But then this bomber thing comes zipping over the screen, as you saw earlier, and blows the crap out of you, so you get no real joy there either. But yeah, it's really good. You've got like these smart bombs as well, which you can use to clear loads of enemies off screen, or waste them completely, as I've done here. And that's pretty much about it with regards to Marauder. There's never really a huge amount you can say about 8-bit games like this, because they are pretty standard in terms of what they are. I mean, they're just shooters, and like so many other games of the type, the only thing that ever really differentiated them was in the execution, just how good they were, how enjoyable they were. There's that bomber again, I managed to avoid it this time. But I mean, it is pretty generic. I suppose the novelty is that you're in a vehicle, in a buggy type thing, or a tank or whatever the hell it's supposed to be, as opposed to like a normal vertically scrolling shooter, which would be You know, you'd probably be in a jet or spaceship of some description. So yeah, that's the thing. There's never really a huge amount to say, except that bomber is a real pain in the arse. And I wish I had the ability to. I probably could shoot it down if you were quick enough or lucky enough. I wonder if you could shoot it down. But yeah, it has the inherent toughness of a lot of 8-bit games, which is good. It keeps you on your toes, and also makes situations like that very frustrating. But at least you get a temporary invincibility when you do spawn back. That's a nice thing, because at least, you know, you're not going to be faced with a spawn die situation, and those type of situations drive me insane. They really do drive me mad. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's Marauder on the Commodore 64 DTV plug and play device thing. I really enjoy it. I think it's good. It's at least a little bit original, and I can't honestly think of anything else to say about it. It's worth checking out. Definitely worth checking out. It's certainly one of the better games on the plug and play device, that's for certain. Just don't go to the extreme lengths of cycling up a steep hill like I did to get hold of a copy of it, because I'm not too sure whether it's worth it. Anyway, thanks for watching.